lots of providers have tried to deal with affiliate marketing by policing and monitoring the traffic coming from affiliate marketing companies. But quite a lot of providers have decided that affiliate marketing is fairly unsafe territory, so they've moved their marketing presence into areas that are more controllable, and these are areas which are known as Co-reg or co-registration. What co-registration is are sites which will offer a consumer prizes or rewards or things like that as long as the consumer signs up to being marketed to by other companies, so that the other companies essentially funding the prize or the award by receiving the marketing details from the consumer. So these sites are generally almost like a checkerboard of adverts. And people like British Gas will advertise in there, so there's quite a lot of the blue chip companies, and all they want is the consumer's marketing information, which is generally name, address, postcode, and email address, because quite a lot of the marketing then arrives by email. So the consumers are signing up to be marketed to by a range of companies. Lots of the premier providers have put their services into co-reg sites because the site itself is run clean. It's a very honest site, gives all the right terms and conditions to consumers, and it doesn't run the same risk as affiliate marketing does. What we are finding though is quite a lot of consumers are having issues as a result of engaging with services that are inside the co-reg, and I'll explain a little bit how that happens. What will happen is, a good example is win a holiday to the Balearics, and by ticking lots of questions underneath each advertiser's advert. Question could be, have you got a boiler? So a gas company may say, have you got a boiler? Yes, no. And you do have an option of don't care or not interested. But there are, as I said, a checkerboard, so there's quite a lot of these adverts, and what consumers will do is, in order to enter into this holiday award, they go tick, 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 tick. When they get to the part that says you can win an iPad or an iPhone, it's a subscription service and it will cost you £4.50 a week, the consumer is essentially blind to that because they're just ticking the answers to the questions even though the information is quite close. And then they tick the box. A few minutes later they'll get a message that verifies their mobile number by asking them to respond to that verification message, and because they think it's part of the overall competition, they respond to that message, and then they're into a subscription service, which a lot of consumers then admittedly delete the first message that comes that tells them in a subscription service, and they could have stopped it at that stage, and also delete the monthly messages and ignore it, and only take an action when about 6 months of charges have been taken out of their mobile phone account and they're into quite a large bill, and that's when they contact PhonePay Plus. So we have got together with the AIM members who are involved in Co-reg and have an interest in Co-reg, again with the mobile network operators, and we're working on a best practice guide, not a code, so it's a best practice guide that will say if you're operating in the co-reg environment, this is the information that needs to be shown to the consumer. The consumer has to take a positive opt-in, effectively has to contract with the provider to pay the fees, pay the monthly or weekly charges, and has to be really cognizant that they've entered into a subscription service, and the message that sends them has to also indicate that they will be into a subscription service. So we just started that activity now, try and reduce the consumer complaints. You'll never eliminate all consumer complaints, because we do know that kids sit on the PC trying to win stuff and just click, click, click without reading any information, so you never eliminate, but at least we can reduce and stop co-reg from becoming the next problem area.